am really focused on this channel is how to improve your job chances. And the best way, frankly, is through projects or through actually building stuff. And one of the most unique ways to do that is using some form of robotics or integrating AI with something tangible. Something that I think is very fascinating is the kind of micro-powered AI or like localized AI or network AI where you're doing, very advanced calculations, whatever it might be, on small devices. Do you have any examples of how that's being used to really make a difference now, or how it could be used in the future to really make a true global impact?
Absolutely. Edge AI is also the revolution for the next decade, right? And NVIDIA with Jetson and Xavier and all the platform, right? Enabling that, whether it's in the cars, drones, right? Whether in various industrial sensors, all these variety of applications, which now AI is not just centralized in the cloud, but also can be in small to medium devices of various kinds. And you see so many examples of that. I think, the NVIDIA partnership with Mercedes-Benz is very exciting, right? Now, the car is going to be a supercomputer, the next decade, right? And of course, going all the way to level 5 autonomy is the ultimate goal, but everything else around it too, right? Like being able to understand all the sensors of the cars, being able to have good interaction with the passengers and drivers, conversational AI, right? The right interfaces, all that's part of that computing platform, right? So that's where now Edge AI will really have its moment in the coming decade, in the ability to quickly build so many different kinds of devices and in many domains. The Jetson Nano is so cool, right? Like what used to be like Raspberry Pi and prototyping, now you can
Yeah.
put that on steroids. You can kind of have your own image detector or video detector and build AI, but also kind of do many creative things with it.
Yeah, well, one thing that I am really focused on this channel is how to improve your job chances. And the best way, frankly, is through projects or through actually building stuff. And one of the most unique ways to do that is, using some form of robotics or integrating AI with something tangible. And the Jetson Nano really does give you that ability. So
Absolutely. And I just want to add to that, there's research now for all aspects of that, right? Of course, we want to have edge AI hardware that's efficient, that can, right, kind of work on limited battery power, limited bandwidth requirements. But also in terms of robotics, you mentioned like the Isaac platform, right? Like being able to do high fidelity physical simulations and augment that to the real data, right? Because in robotics, collecting real data is super expensive. You can't have like a robotic arm or a leg do like a million moves, right? I mean, we could collect from the web for other things, but not for this. And that's why I think simulations will be critical to enabling a lot of these robotics applications.